Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Antonio checking in. And today I want to talk about, being delusional to manifest your desires. And I know that sounds a little absurd or sounds off the back, but when I say delusional, I'm just simply meaning that you have to persuade your mind to alter your vision. Even though your physical reality may not be what you desire at the moment, you still have to have that faith and that belief and knowing that in the background that is all constructing together. So when I say be delusional to manifest your desires, I'm simply meaning that you have to go inwardly. You have to act as if. You have to know that your physical reality is aligned with your inner reality. And, attempting to persuade your brain, your mind, is a task, And like I said in my last video, it's all about cultivating. And honestly, for me, in my experience, the more imagination you have, the more cultivating, the more with ease you'll be able to persuade your mind so your reality can match your inner world. Let me give you an example so you guys can understand more. Like for me, one of the things that I'm working on manifesting, is being a full-time artist. So every time I'm getting in the car, in my mind, I'm going to deliver some artwork. I'm going to meet up to talk about some art with a client, or maybe I'm just going to ship off some art. And sometimes when I'm in a car, I just imagine me and my family on a road trip. And it sounds absurd, but that's part of the delusion that you have to put your mindset in. And honestly, forgive me for the noise in the back. It's like a nature trail, but it walks through a neighborhood. So I hope that doesn't mess up the audio. But like I said, to most individuals, it sounds like some, I guess, wishy-washy type thing, but this is not for those individuals. This is for the individuals who are already on this path, who just need that little extra boost, who need, a different way of viewing things. And it's all about how you, carry yourself. And it's all about how you perceive your inner world. And the more you internalize this delusion, your internal world has to reflect that. You feel what I'm saying? So before I know it, it's been times when I've ended up on road trips, ended up delivering art or going to talk to somebody about art. Not all the time right now, but it's still curating, it's still manifesting. And even with me making these videos out in nature, or just making these videos in general, like me right now making this video, I'm in the mindset of, hey, this is also another full-time situation for me to explore. As I'm walking this trail, I have the mindset that, hey, my life is abundant. My life is full of freedom, full of joy, full of love. And even before I came to the nature trail, I was at the house. I made the thumbnail for my other video. And then I was about to make a video for my art channel. But it hit me. I don't have to be in a rush. What am I rushing for? I have a day to enjoy. So let me get out here and go to nature, get some inspiration, and live the life that I desire. even if it's just for this small moment, because these are the small moments that are impressed upon your subconscious. And lately I've been working on getting back on my discipline. I've been doing good. The last few days I've been eating pretty light. One day I did like a light fast. But when I do these things, it's because I get in this delusional mind state that this is the individual that would do these things if I had XYZ success, if I had XYZ goals reached, if I had the life that I ultimately desire. The individual would be this disciplined individual. So instead of me looking to obtain these things, let me start now. Let me implement these habits now. Because believe it or not, I feel like whether I implement these habits or not, I'm still going to obtain those things. It's just that when I obtain those things, I don't want to spiral out of control, I want to already have a foundation, so when I obtain these things, I'm already centered in who I am. I guess these things would just be the cherry on top. I don't want to get in a situation where I feel like I got to grind. I got to go get it every day. If I want to stop and take a break, I can do that. I ain't got to sit up here and try to compete with the algorithm. I can just sit up here and enjoy life, enjoy my true self, enjoy my day-to-day life. And that's what it's all about. And that's why it's important to learn how to be a tad bit delusional, Or they say all geniuses talk to themselves. But I don't want to say be delusional to the point where you actually are delusional, but delusional to a point where you're exploring the depths of your mind. And it helps if you was to meditate, because meditation, it calms you, it centers you, it puts you in the flow state. And once you're in that flow state, you can start to utilize your imagination. And once you learn how to utilize that imagination, learning to be delusional for your desires will begin to become natural. Give it a shot. Don't knock it until you give it a shot. It may or may not work for you, and it also may seem a little weird, but that's why you don't really tell people what you have going on. That's why you just pop out. Well, Kendrick Lamar says sometimes you got to pop out and show me. Hey, sometimes you got to do that for real, because you'll be surprised. You'll be so excited on telling people your visuals, your goals, your dreams, but they may not be in that same state of mind. And what'll usually happen is individuals will start to project their fears, their doubts, their traumas on you. And now the fact that they've projected that, even if you don't believe it, you still might start feeling a certain way about your own desire that you was just hyped up about a couple minutes ago. Or you might even, you ever had a situation where you was super hyped about some good news or whatever the case may be, but you came across a friend or somebody who was having a down day, and although you was just lit and they were like, how you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm okay. But and the only reason why you saying you okay is because you notice they down. But on the inside, you're like, man, I'm lit. I just got some crazy good news. Or you might tell them the crazy good news, and they just might be like, oh, okay, I'm happy for you. They're like, okay, are you really? But back to the delusion, man. Even if you work in a job, let's say if you want to be a restaurant owner, every day you get in your car, you going to work, and instead of you visualizing you going to your job, just know that you're going to your restaurant, just know that, hey man, I'm waking up. I'm on my way to my restaurant. You feel me? Every time you eating food, just know you eating food that's from your restaurant. You know, if you're a person that want to travel the world, every time you wake up, every time you go to sleep, just know that you going to sleep and you waking up on an airplane, you waking up in different countries. You know, you waking up from taking naps at the beach. You know, you have to incorporate this delusion. And the reason why you have to do this is because your subconscious does not know what's real or what's fake. You have to plant these seeds. And like I said, you don't have to be vocal about it. You know, you just keep that to yourself. And watch how the magic happens. You know, watch how things unfold. Look at that scenery back there. But you guys gotta continue to cultivate. You know, you gotta develop some form of discipline. You have to put in the work mentally. You don't have to do as much physical work as you think. More mental than physical. The mental work is easy. You know, first you gotta clean it up. You know, a lot of y'all minds look kind of like these muddy waters, just things everywhere. You know, from a nature perspective, it's beautiful. From a mental perspective, it's like you don't want your mind looking like that. Life is meant for us to enjoy. You know, will we enjoy? Will everyone enjoy? No. Some people gonna struggle. Some people gonna go through the heart. Well, we all gonna go through our own hardships, but some people just gonna live their life in suffering. Some people gonna rise above. Some people gonna just stay beneath. But that doesn't mean that you're better than anyone just because you rise above your situation. You just gotta remain grateful for your mental capacity. It's a lot, but at the same time, it's even more to be grateful for. And once you go through a few things in life, you will really learn to be grateful. Like, you will really feel the gratitude versus just saying, oh, I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my family. Like, once you go through a few things in life, you will really start to feel that gratitude. And that feeling that you get from like real gratitude, to me, is reminiscent of the feeling of love that you get from having a kid. The kid who just love you just because. They don't even have no reason to love you. They just love you. Like, that feeling is a feeling that I can relate to, like having like real genuine gratitude. You just really grateful because you know what you've been through. What the world is that? Oh, that's a deer. I was like, what the world? Look at the deer. Can y'all see it? I don't know where he went, but yeah, that feeling of gratitude is definitely it. So keep visualizing, you know? Keep at it, you know? Keep going. Keep cleaning out your mental storage. Plant those seeds of abundance. Plant those seeds of the things that you desire. Because I'm telling you, it's really in reach. Man, lately I've been going through a lot, but it's been giving me a lot of strength. And lately I just, in the midst of me doing something, I'll just stop and I'll smile because I had this little feeling of gratitude. I have these little visuals that just come to mind. And when I have these visuals, it's just a reminder that everything is gonna be all right, that everything is actually all right. And for me, I always had this feeling that I was protected spiritually. And no matter what I go through in life, man, somehow I always come out on top. Now, there are times when it's like I get what I desire and I go back to my old ways. And I want to keep going until I get to that point where when I really truly get the things that I desire, that they become permanent, you know? And I continue to grow. Because it's like, as humans, it's like we always want to get our life right when we going through a crisis. But it's when our life is going right, that's when we be like, oh, it's all good. I can have a little drink. I can have a little extra smoke. I can eat a little more. I didn't meditate today. It'll be all right. I'm back on track. And before we know it, we back in that loopy situation. So sometimes it does take for a crisis or you to hit your lowest to face your fears, to face that true self so you can bring yourself back up. But when you bring yourself back up, don't be a fool and go back to the things that brought you down. I'm not saying you have to quit every habit that you have, but you do have to do away with some things that aren't serving you. And even with quitting habits, like if you got a habit of smoking, drinking, overeating, just be delusional. Like even when you eating, you know, visualize yourself just knowing, even if you eating junk, just like, hey, this is some healthy stuff that I'm eating. And eventually it's gonna turn into healthy food. It may sound crazy. Well, I don't even want to use the word crazy out of respect, but it's gonna sound delusional. But that's what you have to do to persuade your mind. And you will be surprised the things that will unravel and how the mind will work for you in your favor. Because you may be the one that inspire those around you. Because when you change, and you change, that change that make you bright, that change that really, that night and day change, you know, that change that people may laugh at you while you changing, but that type of change where people, when ain't nobody around, they asking what you do. You know, that type of change where people coming to you for advice. You know, that type of change where people really, really seeking out your help. Like people really wanting to change their life, and they seen that you was down, and now they seen that your life has turned around. Because people want to do better. People want to heal. It's just, they don't know how. So if you watching this content, if you on this path, you know how to heal. It's in you. We are the healers of the world. Everybody may not be in a situation or have the mental capacity to actually help somebody get their mental right. That's why I feel like myself and others who make this type of content, who really put in the work, who really live the life, you know, we are the ones that's meant to help the next. And it may be people who privy to this information who don't want to make content around it, who don't want to make videos, and that's also fine. But the goal is to really help and to give the game. And the game is free. You just got to apply it. It can be all these techniques. You can be delusional. You can check out my video on the 3 manifestation techniques. You can have all these methods, all this whatever, but you got to put in the work, because you are the ultimate method. You are the ultimate technique. And when it comes to being delusional, you got to understand that no matter what your physical reality is, you have the ability to change it. You have to be delusional. You have to tell yourself inwardly that this is not it. This is not permanent. You know, what's permanent is me continually growing. What's permanent is me developing a new mindset. That's what's going to be permanent. And even with developing a new mindset, it's still more room for expansion. So don't let this physical reality fool you, because it will. And if it get to you, it's going to affect you inwardly. And when it affects you inwardly, it's going to reverse and it's going to reflect you outwardly. And now you plagued with all diseases, depression, anxiety, fear, doubt, worry. And yeah, as a human, no matter where you get, fear, doubt, worry will come. But you got to be in a position where you can acknowledge it and have real solutions to help you advance from that fear, that doubt, that worry, that anxiety. You are the method. You are the technique. And everybody may not understand that. And everybody may not understand to be delusional. But just by you saying affirmations, that's a little delusional. Saying that you healthy, saying that you rich, knowing good and well you're not rich, knowing good and well that you're not in perfect health. That's delusion. But you have to be delusional to implement that into the subconscious. And after a while, you're going to believe it. I don't know why, what they say, I don't know why liars lie, but a person can make up a lie and really eventually believe it. And the mind is so powerful that your mind is so powerful that you can convince yourself that you are powerless. It was a book that I read by David Eagleman called The Brain. Check it out. I want to say that's where I got this information from that I'm about to say. And he was talking about, they did a study and they created false memories. And they told people about false memories. And people said that they remember this. They gave false memories to people that never happened. But people were like, oh yeah, I remember this on this day. I was wearing this, da-da-da. Think about that. That's delusional. The fact your mind is so powerful that you can create a fake memory and your mind will actually believe that it happened. So imagine if you can rewrite your history and rewrite your life and plant seeds to help you move forward. That's powerful, y'all. That's powerful. That's powerful, man. So don't sleep on the power of delusion. Don't sleep on it. Because it can and it will advance you. And I think that's what's been, I finally understood. That's what's been helping me get so far in life. I may not be where I'm at. I may not be where I really truly desire, but I know what I'm working on internally. And once you do so much internal work, it's going to show. Just like if you don't do the internal work, just like if you constantly flood your body with negative emotions, negative food, just negativity, it's going to show physically. You're going to have all kind of ailments. You got to heal that trauma. If you can't afford a therapist, it's totally fine. Get on this platform, get on YouTube, search, how can I heal my trauma without a therapy? You can start to visualize yourself being happy. You can start to visualize yourself being healthy. Get out here in nature. Enjoy this. Because life is meant to be enjoyed. You're not just finna sit, work, pay bills, and die. People work their whole lives just to retire at 65, 70. Just to have maybe 10, 20 years left. In those 10, 20 years, they just don't know what to do. Don't let that be you. Put in the work. Experience the other pleasures in life. The pleasures in life that will help you grow. The pleasures in life that will help you succeed. Those are what we want to experience. You're not the first person in life to manifest your desires. You won't be the last. And I say that to say that it's possible. You just got to know where you want to go. You got to put in that inner work. You are the method. You are the technique. Don't be afraid to visualize. Don't be afraid to be delusional when it comes to your dreams, your goals, your desires. Don't be afraid. Put that fear to the side. Put that fear to the side and get out here and make it happen. Make it happen. Let's all make it happen. We all deserve abundance. But will we all get it? No, but we still deserve it. And even if you don't feel like you deserve it, that's probably why you don't have it. Just change your mindset to a deserving mindset and watch you manifest everything that you desire based off what you feel you deserve. And that's all I want to talk to you guys about today. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. I'm going to enjoy this nature trail. Enjoy my day. And until next time, man, peace.